Every day across West Yorkshire, the motorway cops face the challenge of dealing with people they may not know and acting on information about them without always knowing the full picture. In Bradford, officers Paul Crabtree and James Alderson are working the day shift as part of the West Yorkshire Road Policing Unit. They're just off the motorway when a tip-off comes through on the radio.
There's been some information received through to our control room. There's a vehicle up here, a Seat Leon, that's, the phrases they've used, is absolutely jam-packed full of drugs, and he's going to be selling them around this area. But it's just a case now of putting himself in the area and keeping an eye out and see what we get. Tip-offs that come through sort of lifetime like that are reasonably rare.
An anonymous tip is not much to go on, but it's sometimes a shortcut to the criminals.
It can come from members of the public, it can come from people who've seen it. Sometimes, bizarrely, it will come from rival drug dealers who want people taken out, oddly.
That way on. 61. That's it, innit? Is that it?
Yeah. But you're in there. As soon as that car appears, you get that little sort of flood of excitement with everything. You get a little bit of you switch on and you go to another level because you think we've got it and now we're on here.
Tango 49. 49, we're behind a vehicle that's had some information passed over there that it may be containing drugs. Are there any other traffic units, Toll Lane area, that can come and meet us?
It's a busy afternoon on Bradford's city centre roads.
We're in traffic, moving slowly. We will not do it until you get it, Sam.
I'm on the radio there trying to get another couple of units to come down so we can deal with him properly. And there's nothing unnatural about it. He's queuing in traffic, we're queuing in traffic. Police station's about 100 yards off to the right-hand side, so it's a perfectly normal situation for him at the minute. It's nothing suspicious.
But the cops need to carefully plan their next move.
The idea is that we're going to surprise him and we're going to appear with a lot of cars with the lights on around him so he's nowhere to go.
Backup is now only minutes away.
Looks pretty chilled out a minute.
Just for now. Want a couple of vehicles down before we try and do anything. 49, we're still Wetley Lane, just passing Regency Court on the near side.
We know something's going to happen because we're going to cause it. You physically sit up in the seat a bit and get yourself a bit comfortable. It's odd.
Right, where's that traffic now behind you in the traffic zone?
Go for if there's two of you behind and us, we'll go for a preemptive box if you want. If it moves out and we get enough room around it.
I'm sort of in control there, really. James is doing the driving and I'm on the radio, so I'm talking to the others. And it's probably going to be on my say-so to go, right, do it now. So if I do it wrong, we might lose it.
Crab, turn his lights off.
Somebody's got the lights on. If you've got your blues, kill them.
Go, Crabbers, go, Crabbers. Don't give him a chance to get paving.
He's got a gap at near side if Trev's not cutting. And I don't want to
get across him, Trev, don't let him get that. That's it.
And you're just wary when you're walking up. Have they got something in the hand? Are they fiddling? Are they losing stuff? Are they swallowing things even? Or has he got something that as soon as I open the door he's going to hit me with?
Put your keys out for this fella if you will. Good man. Right, seatbelt out, fella, and jump this way and we'll explain what's going on. Alright, come over here for us.
Just one set of love.
There is a little bag of cannabis there, which was the first thing we found in the car.
It's not the big haul they'd been led to believe from the tip-off.
I'm not happy that that's all of it.
All we're going to do is give it a thorough search all the way through with all of us. Check these lads out. If there's nothing on them, then we've just got that one to deal with. But obviously, the intelligence we got was that it was stuffed full. So we just want to make sure that's not the case.
There's an awful lot of spaces in the car that you can put things where ordinarily you wouldn't look. But as soon as we started touching it, the panels start to drop off.
James makes a discovery.
Oh, caught cash in there, Crabbers.
Good call.
Found it. I just took the gear-stick casing away. We've got a substantial amount of cash stashed.
We'll try and get this side panel down here.
Thank you. That's $7.89.
Just jiggle it.
We do spend quite a lot of time upside down in footwells, putting your hands where they're not designed to go.
There's loads more in there. Can you pull it if I get my fingers under here, but don't let go?
Hang on.
Right, if you can lift that, And give me some, get my fingers under there.
You can see the effort we're going to. James is having to pull that up with both his hands, while I rather trustingly put my fingers in there.
Yeah, it's obviously a spot where loads of stuff goes, so we've got the money, there's tons of it.
I'd like to know why. Ridiculous amount of money under there.
Just wads of cash shoved in there by somebody who's clearly got far too much money and isn't caring about it really.
It's a lot of money, it is an awful lot of money. I mean, just from pulling them out, we obviously don't count it. There's wads of £300-400 in lumps there. There's a couple of £1,000, I would suggest.
Having a large amount of cash is no proof of wrongdoing, but the suspects are taken to the station for questioning.
I'll go car and sniff, that door's shut.
Whether the cash is linked to criminal activity is now a matter for the Crown Prosecution Service to decide. Giving the motorway cops intel can mean something as simple as a phone call. But some members of the public go one step further. Bradford, 3 p.m. PC Bob Hoyle is in an unmarked car on his way to the motorway. With police resources stretched even further, today he is single-crewed. With no partner to check the radio, he's listening in on a local police channel when reports come in of a burglary nearby.
Just passing out a job now, possibly someone breaking into a house, which is just up here.
Every 40 seconds there's a burglary in the UK, with Leeds and Bradford amongst the top burglary hotspots. Even the motorway cops join their city colleagues to catch them in the act.
They've been past the description of what they're doing, so what they're wearing. I don't know if someone's actually following them or chasing them at the moment, but...
One of the suspects has been spotted jumping into a black Volvo. With sketchy intel coming through, Bob uses his local knowledge to try and head them off.
There's a lot going on. Not only that, I'm driving with my blue lights on, so members of the public are sort of watching me and wondering where I'm going, and at that time I'm undecided.
So it's coming parallel down to us now. It's a black Volvo. There.
As soon as I saw the car, two things run through my mind. If they're local lads, they'll know this car and they'll just go for it. And then secondly, if they don't go for it, then they're going to starburst and run for it.
5-2, can I come in? Can you have units to Common Road? I've got a vehicle stopped over. Hey, you all right? Ashley?
As the driver got out, it's somebody I know. I've known for quite a while, and we've had his ups and downs, we've had his chases. In that situation, try and keep it calm.
Apparently you've just picked up some young man. Just come have a seat in my car a minute.
Apparently I've just picked up who?
A young lad who's just got in your car. Just want to have a quick chat with him. Just jump in there for a minute while we just have a chat.
While Bob deals with the passenger, backup arrives.
What's your name, mate?
Dale Dickinson.
Dale Dickinson?
Yeah.
Dale, just put these on for the moment, just while we find out what's gone on. Allegedly you've been running away from the police and got into this vehicle. All right. Well, you're very out of breath, you're very sweaty, so you've been doing something, haven't you?
5593. What's the description of the lad that's got in the Volvo?
Just waiting to find out what's gone up at the scene, really. These lads have been seen to run away from something, get into this car, and as you've seen, we've stopped it, so it's just a case of finding out what's gone up there, really. They match your description of the use anyway, so... Dale, at this moment in time, you're under arrest on suspicion of attempt burglary and addressed up at Odsall. All right.
But the cops have a problem. The only evidence against them is a tip-off about the car they were seen getting into. Back in Bradford, PC Bob Hoyle has caught 3 men who he thinks may have burgled a nearby house. But his only information is from an anonymous tip-off. The detailed description matches the lads held, but it's not clear what happened at the break-in.
An old bin, a tool belt and an old drill by the looks of it at the moment. Baker's going to be seized because the driver's no insurance anyway, or no licence, and it'll be seized for further inquiries.
With a trip to custody on the cards for further questioning, there's been a crucial development.
Yeah.
It's been confirmed that they've gone in.
They've gone in. You know, whereas we were thinking they were maybe trying to get in, It's now confirmed they've actually smashed something and gone into the property, so yeah, confirmed burglary now. Of the house as well, and it's a dwelling.
But there's still no proof these are the men responsible. Until new evidence comes to light. Incredibly, the criminals have been caught on camera by an eyewitness.
The guy in the black t-shirt, that's the rear passenger in the Volvo that was stopped. He matches the description in as much as his t-shirt and his trousers, but he had put another top on, which I would suspect would have been in the car. Plus he was out of breath and still sweating. It was quite obvious he'd been running or doing something exercise-wise.
So where were we meant to have run off from then?
Up here. An address round here.
It's not the first time the man is facing a night locked up.
I'm in them cells all night, I'll guarantee it. I'll put a tenner on it actually, that I'm in these cells all night. At least I get a bit of a kipper.
Bit of a kip?
Yeah.
You might get something to eat?
I'm alright, me. Jail food.
Yeah.
Jail food better than cell food. Jacket pizzas and
yeah,
all that.
that's what I mean.
Right.
They've got to give you reasonable food, I suppose, haven't they?
Omelettes.
The game's up, if you like. They're in the back of the car, they're handcuffed. They're on the way to the station, and in some sad way, it's my opportunity to try and see the error of the ways. He reckoned he knew how to deal with cars.
Why don't you do something about it, then become a mechanic or something? Do some sort of college course or something like that?
Can't do with people telling me what to do.
But at some time in life, people are going to tell you what to do.
Like that.
I'll try to make him see that life could hold much more for him. Whether he listens to it, whether he does anything about it, I don't know. But I'd like to hope that I did get through to him a little bit.